What's going on, guys? My name's Matt, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to build a client management system that's going to help you identify when your clients need new training programs, so you can better gauge how much work you have to do for any given week in terms of programming. A client of mine asked me for this, and I thought I would build a YouTube video because I think it would be beneficial for everyone to kind of see, not just building it for him. So what we're going to do, there are a few things that we're going to need. We're going to need a spreadsheet. You can either use a Airtable or a Google Sheet. In this example, I'm just using Google Sheet. You're going to need a form for your onboarding, and you're going to need a platform like Zapier. Now, I've already built a majority of it, and I'm going to just walk through setting it up so we can get started. So first thing is the sheet that you have, the type form that you have. This onboarding form would obviously have a lot more information, but for this instance, I'm just using name, phone number, address. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill this out really quickly and show you how we're moving it along. So in the Zapier, I've got a new Zap set up. So the type form is a new entry on this type form. So if we just copy this and we open it in new tab, and then we're doing some formatting steps on the date, which I will show you, and then we're inputting that data into the Google Sheet. Now, most coaches will do a standard like 12 or 8 week program for most people when they start. Unless you're doing everything bespoke, most of the time you follow some kind of general rule. In this instance, I'm just doing 12 weeks, and you can adjust this based on your programming, and you could automate even a little bit less of it and update the Google Sheet if like your specific programs are bespoke. So what we've got here is in the Zap, we're looking for this information. So I'm going to say Matt Lambourne. Then I'm going to say, hopefully it lets me does this. I don't want to put a legit number in there. All right, let's just go Australia and I'll make one up. Sorry to the person who is going to get this phone number. Cool. If that's your number, congrats, you win $100. Let's use 12 Olive Street, Altona, Melbourne. I don't even know the postcode of Altona, but let's just do this. And Australia. Let's just go Oz. Cool. Submit. So what this is going to do is going to give us our information inside this Zap. So we're going to set up, configure. Our form is called CMS test. And then we're just going to press find new records. And it's going to give us our entry in 3, 2, 1. Cool. So we've got our information here. We're going to press continue with selected record. Now, this is where the formatting comes into play for the date and time. Because we need to be able to compare dates. So in this table here, we're going to have all my details. Coaching status is going to just be active. Training program, you'll probably enter this in manually. So you'll say it's like push, pull, legs, right? And then the new program date is going to be 12 weeks from today. And the date started is going to be today. So we're going to be able to set up a formula in this new program to compare whether new program date is within 7 days of today. Hope that makes sense. So inside our Zap, we're going to go formatter by Zapier, which just allows us to modify date and time. So our input is just the standard Zapier shortcut to putting today's date. And if you don't know it, it looks like this. So Zap Meta Human Now. So Zap Meta Human Now. And our expression is just what we want it to do. So we want to add 12 weeks, so it's plus 12 weeks, to the format of day, month, year with dashes in the middle. So that should be fine. So we press continue. Let's retest a step. It should give us the 16th of the 7th, which it has. Continue. And then we want to do another formatter step, and I'll show you what that one is. It's just converting right now to the current format, as like the correct format as well. So formatting, Zap Meta Human, to format, day, month, year, and we're going to press continue and retest step. It should just trim off the fat, which it has, which is today, so the 23rd of the 4th. Press continue, and then we're going to update our Google Sheet. So I've already filled in the information here. So client management sheet, sheet 1, name, Matt Lambourne is just a type form placeholder. Then there's the phone number, address. Coaching status is active. New program date is our date that we generated with this formatter step, and our date started is this one here. So we're going to continue, and we're going to retest that step because I've already tested it once before I started this video. And we're going to go into client management sheet, and we're going to take a look at the information that we've got here. So this here is currently flagging the value does not match the column type date. So what it's saying is the information that I've inputted doesn't match what it's looking for. So what I'm going to do is just format this really quickly in number, and then we go date. Let's see, because it might prefer to get the information like this. Let's see. Nope. What does it want from me? 6 to the 7th, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So July. July, and then 16. So it wants dashes, right? So what we can do is go back into here and take a look at how it's got it configured. So to format, and then day, month, year. So let's just go DD. Is it going to give me dashes? Yeah, cool. So DD, month, year, with the slashes, because that's how Google Sheets wants it. And so we're going to just retest this. So it updates the value, retest. And then the formatter by Zapier, we're going to do the same thing, changing this one to DD, year. So continue and retest. The reason why, sometimes Google Sheet formulas just don't like how you've put the information in, which doesn't make sense to a human, but makes sense to the spreadsheet. So we want to do what the spreadsheet wants. So if we look here, you can see we've got our information. This actually changed the format, which is really annoying. Let's see if my formula is going to work anyway. But I went on to Grok and I said, I need some help because I don't know how to write Google Sheets formulas, and there's no need to know how to write them these days because you can tell Grok exactly what you want to do. Basically, what I wanted it to do is see if new program date is within 7 days of today. And if it is, return true or false. So I've just pasted this in here, and let's just have a look. So we've got some errors here, which is annoying because this was working literally a second ago. But so new program date, 7th to this, 16th to the 7th. So it's flipped it to American style date, which I don't want. I want it in Australian. So what we might have to do is change it to this. And then let's see if we change it to this as well. Number. And cool. So the minus function, but is a text and cannot be coerced into a number. Okay. So let's just go and select this. All right, cool. I've just made some changes and it's now working. So our new program date is in July, right? So it's not within 7 days. But if today is the 23rd of April, so the 23rd of April and anything from the 16th onwards technically should result with a true, right? So what we can do now is let's clone some data here and take a look. So 17th, 18th, and 19th all returning true, meaning that I should then start programming for these people. Now, obviously, this is just the baseline of how you would want this set up. But in here, you would want to create a pivot table or something. So again, not my best. How do I do pivot table? I remember it's in here somewhere. Pivot, insert pivot table. You would want to display the information in a way that's easy to digest. So sheet 2. So what we want is, suggested rows, columns. So rows, columns. Oh no, I did it wrong. I'm just going to leave that out for now. So you can look at any time and see who needs a training program within the next week. This, you would literally just reference in another table so it's easier to digest, or you could just add some conditional formatting, which I can show you how to do right now. So if we click on this one and go conditional formatting, if text contains true, then return, let's say, this color. Done. So now you can look at it visually every week and be like, okay, cool. I can see I've got 4 new training programs that need to be updated. This is a really messy video, and in all honesty, I filmed a 30-minute video before this, trying to go through it all. And the dates may take some fiddling, and that's why I had to re-record it, because it was a little bit off. But if you just make sure the dates work correctly, you will be fine. If you weren't looking to automate this in from Zapier, you could literally just go Matt Lambourne and just copy this information across and drop it down. And you put in my training program, so push, pull, legs, new program date. So you would just literally do this manually. So you could say, okay, I know that from now we're going to be on this date, and it doesn't like it. So let's just go this date, right? August the 5th, and date started is today, 23rd of the 4th, 2025. I just realized that this counted up the years, which is hilarious. And then we would want to make sure that this is actually working. So I think we pulled down this. Why is this not working? Oh yeah, because it's too far away. Duh. But if it was within this, it would then turn to true. And so you could use that manually if you wanted to as well. Hope you guys found this valuable. I hope tomorrow's video is better. Bye.